Do you have the ad read? Or not ad read, the start of the broadcast?
The what?
The one I showed you that was like
Yes.
the welcome read.
Right.
All right.
I have the stats, and I have.
All right. So Moynihan's their best player.
All right. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna say, but do you want to just jump in after this and start talking about? Do a little.
Do you want to do? Well, no. That wasn't. That's not what that was. That was me shaking my head out of the yawn. No, one sec. All right. So what is it? This afternoon,
once
two
I read
teams will have the
this,
chance
you can.
as the 30-second filler.
I mean, because I'd want you to say something, and obviously, if I only have 30 seconds, I'm not going to be able to. It would have to be all you.
Yeah.
And that's fine with me if you have something to say.
We've got a. I mean, to be honest, the intro is all the play-by-play guy. If you want to just be like, we've got a good matchup coming up between, and then Hampshire and East Hampton, and then do you have last year's game handy?
Yes.
I can pull that up and talk about last year's game that they played against each other. Last time they matched up here at the Pioneer Valley tip-off. I can pull that up and talk about that. You can be like, we've got a good matchup coming up, and then I'll
Sure.
What's your email?
step in.
What's your email?
I have last time they East Hampton won 49-44.
Anyway, pull that. All right, I don't need this. I need.
And you could probably talk about some returning players.
Yeah, returning players.
One returning player for either team.
Do we know starting lineups? It says let's head to the starting lineups. What was I doing? What am I doing here? Here we go. Wait. There we go. This one.
Should we turn down
just sent it. Are your mics off right now? Nolan, what are you doing live? I have it streaming right now, but they're not live. I'm seeing the link in the chat. We're live. I found the link. See if it works. Okay. What's the YouTube account? What's the account? Perfect Simulation. Are we good? Oh, sweet. Why isn't it working for him? It's working for Josh. See if it's like at least picking up the crowd sound. If it is, everyone's starting lineups right now. Maybe they'll come soon enough. Crowd mic. Why is that keep working? Why is it working for Josh? Hey, what did you do? Where'd you find the link? Can you send it to me? Sure. He's got the right one, so.
Hey, he's got it going already.
What'd you look up?
Just PVTO live. You're good, Owen, again?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mullen Center on the campus of UMass Amherst for the 2023 Pioneer Valley Football Classic, presented by Oakview Group. Today's first game features the East Hampton Eagles versus the Hampshire Raiders. And now, it's time to meet the starting lineups for today's game, brought to you by Charter Insurance. First, for the designated home team, the East Hampton Eagles.
Coming up to national anthem.
Senior number 3, Kaylee Downing. Junior number 12, Gracie Papadelis. Junior number 20, Veronica Raposa. Junior number 24, Christine Raven. Senior number 44, Sophia Spaghetti. And the head coach of the Eagle is Brian Miller, and they are assisted by Joe Boyd. And for the designated visit team, the Hampshire Raiders. Freshman number 12, Addie Mikowski. Freshman number 31, Shane Moynihan. Sophomore number 15, Alex Heinrich. Junior number 23, Kat Simmons. Senior number 30, Allie Jenkins. And the acting head coach of the Raiders is Matt Napoli. At this time, we ask that you please rise if you're able and remove your hats to honor America with the playing of our national anthem, recorded by our very own Stephen Newman. What so proud Sportsmanship is a vital part of athletics. The Massachusetts Interscholastic
Good afternoon and welcome to the first ever live broadcast of the Pioneer Valley Tip-Off presented by OVG here at the Mullins Center in Amherst, Massachusetts at UMass. Today's game features the East Hampton Eagles going up against the Hampshire girls basketball team. This afternoon, the two teams will have a chance to showcase what they have for the upcoming season and figure out a little bit about themselves as well. So, Andrew, what can you say really quick before we tip off about both teams, maybe a player to watch?
Yeah, for Hampshire, the player to watch today is definitely going to be Shane Moynihan, 24 points in their season opener. And for East Hampton, Christine Raymond with 16 points to lead their scoring in their first game versus Granby.
We're off in Amherst. Moynihan. Kat Simmons back to Moynihan. Right side to left. Moynihan shoots. Wouldn't fall. Rebound goes to the Eagles. Coming back the other way. Kaylee Downey. Pass inside. And out back to Downey. Spin move getting into the paint. Still has it. Fighting for it on the far side. Diving for it was Raymond, but the Eagles hold control with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock.
A lot of active hands already we're seeing so far, John.
Three-pointer might have been tipped. Hampshire coming back the other way. Moynihan, who scored 24 points in the last game for Hampshire. Pass to the left side. Kat Simmons to the right for Moynihan. Three-pointer off the front side of the rim and out of bounds. The Eagles ball.
And already early we're starting to see Hampshire, how they want to play this game. They're looking to play fast-paced with tempo.
Inbound by Papadelis, the junior. Downey coming up the court, over to Papadelis. Open three-pointer, would not go. Out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be Eagles ball as Hampshire tipped it out. Inbound. A shot by Raymond goes from the free throw line. The first points of the PVTO tournament for Christine Raymond.
And Christine Raymond, the junior, led them in scoring their last time out with 16 points. Excited to see what she can do today. First bucket of the game so far.
2-0 Eagles, and a turnover by Hampshire has Downey coming back the other way for the layup.
And the senior
4-0.
Kaylee Downey doing a good job getting in transition for the easy layup.
Hampshire trying to respond against this very good East Hampton team. Throw inside, another turnover. Downey's got it, pushing the pace up the far side of the court. Almost another turnover. Papadelis inside. Faginski couldn't control it. The ball goes out of bounds for the Raiders.
And East Hampton so far, they've come out in a 2-3 defense that's really suffocating Hampshire and not able to do quite what they want to so far on offense.
A three-pointer off the front of the rim. Rebound Hampshire. Inside, a layup off the backboard. The Eagles have it. Another turnover. Good play by Moynihan to step up and grab that steal, but she could not convert the layup. And a foul by McClasowitz.
Hampshire reaching in a lot so far early on, trying to get their hands in the passing lanes. Moynihan with a good steal there, just couldn't finish on the transition layup.
Eagles inbound the ball. And another turnover goes out of bounds. The Raiders with an opportunity to score their first points of the day.
And I don't know about you, John, from here that looked like that was off of Moynihan's fingertips trying to jump in the passing lanes. The ref with a different opinion than us.
It's perhaps a lucky break there for Hampshire as a travel. So, a couple turnovers to start this game, perhaps some opening tournament jitters for either side. We play on. Raymond inside. Faginski is fouled. She'll shoot two. Sophia Faginski, the senior center, shooting her first shot. No
Faginski
good.
coming off of a pretty good season last year, averaging 9.4 points per game. Their last game was able to score 10 points. And last year here at the Mullen Center, put up a pretty good performance.
Her second shot falls. Hampshire coming back the other way. Shane Moynihan, left side, Miklasowicz back to Moynihan. To the right side, it's Henrichen. Turnover, Eagles with the ball. Raymond inside. Two girls on the floor there. And a jump ball is called.
On the offensive end for Hampshire there, Kat Simmons with a good cut to the hoop just wasn't looking for the ball. That's something you're going to want to do. As you're cutting to the hoop, make sure your eye's on the ball so your team doesn't turn it over just like that.
That was a bit of a chippy start. Both teams had players diving on the court, fighting for these loose balls, as perhaps a change in the call here will have.
I think there's just an error on at the scores table over there with the possession arrow.
Okay.
Seems like it'll be staying with East Hampton.
They'll inbound the ball. To the left side, Downey working in. Cuts back, gets it to the top of the key. Raymond, mid-range jumper off the back rim. Gets her own rebound, puts it up. Won't go, but she traveled.
And it was a wide open shot that time for Raymond. Wasn't able to get it to go. A bit of miscommunication by Moynihan and Henrichen for Hampshire, leaving her wide open.
Miklasowicz to Henrichen, to the top of the zone for Moynihan. Now to the left for Henrichen. Open three-pointer off the front of the rim. A rebound by Christine Raymond. Passes it up to Downey. To the right side, a Hampshire player deflected it. But it went off of a East Hampton player for Raiders
whistle
ball.
A foul on a hold of East Hampton. I guess they're going to give the foul to number 12, Gracie Papadelis, for the hold. But on the offensive end down here, Hampshire is struggling to score, and I think it's in part that they're just settling for a lot of three-pointers. I like to see them get the ball into the paint and try and score down there instead of settling for all these jumpers.
Moynihan working to the right, turns it over to East Hampton, and a go-ahead pass can't be fielded by Destiny Saltis, goes out of bounds.
Okay, I think we're good now. I zoomed out a little bit. The next game.
The score is 5-0 East Hampton. 3:28 remaining in the first quarter as Faginski hits the ball off the front of the rim, goes out of bounds, Raiders ball.
And we're going back and forth up and down the court. Neither team able to keep control of the ball. A ton of turnovers early in this one so far. Just less than 5 minutes in.
Shane Moynihan to the right for Henrichen. Circling back to the left, far side, layup off the front of the rim. Good chance to score there for Miklasowicz. Wouldn't go. East Hampton running back up the court. Inside pass off the fingers of Faginski, but it's fielded by Papadelis. A Downey three-pointer goes. Nothing but net for Kaylee Downey.
And Addie there for Hampshire, just a little overzealous, trying to jump in the passing lane. Took a gamble, couldn't come up with a steal, and left her wide open for the three.
Another turnover by the Raiders. Downey pushing the pace inside. Faginski is fouled. She'll shoot two.
And a good job by East Hampton so far, getting to the foul line. This will be Faginski's second trip so far in this contest.
She scored the one free throw shot on her first two attempts. She'll miss the first. Kat Simmons checks in for the Raiders. So does Alice Jenkins. as Faginski misses the second rebound to Jenkins. Shane Moynihan. Up the right side to the left for Simmons and back the top of the key for McClasowitz, working to the right. Relentless East Hampton defense causes a jump ball that will stay in the favor of the Raiders. Simmons to inbound. McClasowitz for two, and it goes. The first points for the Raiders. Addie McClasowitz, the freshman.
She does a good job there getting to the elbow, getting to her spot, and hitting the open jumper.
Ball goes out of bounds off of Downey. Raiders ball.
Just an unforced error there. She lets it slip right through her hands, but able to have a laugh about it with Hampshire's Addie McLowitz on the way up the court.
Julianne Morrow checked in for the Raiders. Jenkins for Moynihan. Top for Simmons, working into the right. Simmons, basket won't count, she traveled.
I'd like to see Hampshire versus this 2-3 zone look to pass the ball around a little more and create some shots in the paint other than playing one-on-one basketball in the zone.
8-2 the score. Hampshire hasn't had much going for them. The Eagles with the ball. Downey, layup, no good. Faginski fighting for the rebound. Another jump ball. Eagles ball. Downey to inbound. Finds an open girl for a three-pointer. Wouldn't go. Another jump ball off the rebound. Goes in the favor of the Raiders.
And a good inbounds play by East Hampton there to create open room for Papadelis in the corner. Just unable to knock down the shot.
Moynihan running this Raiders offense. Kat Simmons turned it over. Downey back the other way for Papadelis. Looking back to Raposa when it goes out of bounds. 1 minute, 2 seconds to go in the first. Moynihan. For Simmons, looking inside. Moynihan gets the loose ball inside to Morrow. Layup won't go. Gets her own rebound. Nice play there. Simmons outside for Moynihan. Three-pointer is blocked. The rebound goes to the Eagles. Raposa on that one.
Just 30 seconds of suffocating defense there that time by East Hampton. Doing a good job of closing out on Moynihan, the shooter.
Almost a turnover, but a shot goes for Downey.
And that's twice now in this game. Hampshire's gambled, trying to jump in the passing lane and led to an open shot for East Hampton.
Inside, Jenkins out of bounds. Only 6 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. Simmons to inbound. Gets it to Jenkins inside. She's fouled. Raiders to shoot two.
And a good play to get Jenkins going downhill towards the hoop. And Veronica Raposa going for the block. Gets too much of the arm that time.
Jenkins, the senior center. Misses the first. Averaged 6.5 points per game last season. Her second goes. 10-3 the score, 4.5 seconds to go. Downey pushing the pace. She shoots it off the backboard, no good. 10-3, the score in favor of the Eagles after one. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the next quarter for the PVTO tournament.
How does it go to camera 2? We're still live. There's not a lot of time. Four. There's not a lot of time. How does that look for that? That looks good. Leave it. We are Jonah does it now. Follow the ball. I want to see how easy it is.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Valley Tip-Off presented by the Oak View Group. This live broadcast is sponsored by the Valley Blue Sox. The Valley Blue Sox are a premier summer baseball team competing in the New England Collegiate Baseball League. With over 75 MLB draft picks, the Blue Sox have been one of the go-to spots for collegiate baseball players with eyes on the next level. Come out next summer to Mackenzie Stadium in Holyoke, Massachusetts to catch the Blue Sox live. We thank the Blue Sox for their partnership of the PVTO tournament. Well, we're back for the second quarter. The score currently 10 for East Hampton, 3 for Hampshire. What have you seen so far, Andrew?
East Hampton's done a good job of controlling the tempo, mainly getting it out of their defense, forcing a lot of turnovers, and making Hampshire take a lot of threes, which is not the direction that they're going to want to go for the rest of this game. They have to get the ball in the paint.
We're back under play as Raymond works to the inside. Gets it over to Addy Barr and back out to Downey for a three-pointer. Would not go. Figinski fighting for the rebound, but it's Alice Jenkins for the Raiders that came up with it. A three-pointer for Henrichsen off the front rim. Rebound by Addy Barr. Downey pushing the pace, back the other way. Raposa off the rim. Rebound Figinski. She's fouled.
Figinski once again on the offensive glass, doing a good job, grabbing the rebound, going back up and getting the foul. And on the other end of the court, East Hampton, chose to go into man-to-man this quarter, and Hampshire still settling for an early three.
Figinski misses the first. Figinski, a volleyball and softball player, along with being on the basketball team, misses the second. Rebound to the Raiders. Shane Moynihan. Top of the key. Works to the left, gets it inside for a shot by McClaskowitz. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Figinski. Almost turned over, goes out of bounds. East Hampton ball.
Figinski being the big man for East Hampton last year had 8 rebounds in this matchup, coming with 5 on the offensive glass in her 26 minutes.
She also scored 6 points to go along with that, as she has the ball now and is fouled once again.
And when Figinski gets the ball in low, if you're Hampshire, you have to start putting your hands up. She's doing a good job of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line. This will be, what, her 4th trip now already early in this game?
I think so. Her first is no good. Fortunately for the Raiders, Figinski hasn't been able to convert on these free throws, keeping the score to single digit lead for the Eagles, but she converts the second. 11-3 the score. Moynihan for the Raiders. Her pass is tipped out of bounds by Raymond. Raiders ball.
Quick hands is what we're seeing early from East Hampton, jumping in the passing lanes, tipping a lot of passes, doing a good job on the defensive end.
Kat Simmons back to Moynihan, back to Simmons, playing catch inside to Jenkins, over to the right, and back out to Moynihan. Three-pointer, nothing but net. The first three-pointer for the Raiders.
And Moynihan's finally on the board. We talked about her 24 points in their last game. on the board here with 3 here early in the second quarter.
A three-pointer for the Eagles off the back side of the rim. Faginski can't come up with the rebound out of bounds, but it will stay Eagles ball.
Faginski once again on the offensive glass fighting. Doing a good job keeping possession. She'll get a well-deserved break.
Simone Young checks in for the senior. Raposa working inside, almost fouled, still with it. And a shot won't go for Addie Barr. Rebound Raposa off the back rim. Out of bounds, still Eagles ball.
And Hampshire needs to just find a body on the rebounds, letting up too many offensive rebounds to this East Hampton team after playing good defense.
Timeout by the Raiders allows for a quick break. So, the score currently 11-5 in favor of East Hampton. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Yankee Self-Storage is located just down the road in Greenfield, Massachusetts. Yankee Storage provides reasonable rates for units, U-Haul vans, trucks, and trailers. A manager is on site 5 days a week. Come visit us at Yankee Self-Storage.
Welcome back to the PVTO tournament at the Mullins Center here. John Ruggiero alongside Andrew Samaha, currently 11-6 in favor of the Eagles. An inbound pass, Raymond, top of the key over to Downey, inside to Raposa, fighting in the paint, off the backboard, just barely couldn't fall. Moynihan pushing the pace back the other way, a shot by McClasowitz, no good. Downey keeps in the ball. Moynihan gets it loose. She can't convert. Downey coming back the other way. Inside to Raymond. Her shot, no good. Kat Simmons comes away with it for Moynihan.
And good defense in the paint by Hampshire, allowing a lot of shots inside, letting East Hampton get into the paint, but they're standing steady at the rim.
Destiny Saltis for McClasowitz. Her shot over the rim. Moynihan couldn't come up with the loose ball. It's hit ahead by Raymond, but back to defend is Simmons. And an over and back is the call.
Yeah, Kat Simmons' pass there had to be chased down by McClowitz. Touched it beyond half court and picked it up behind the line, causing the over and back.
Kaylee Downey. Left side, Raymond getting into the paint for Downey. And Addie Barr traveled. She took a hard hit there. Thought it might have been a foul on the Raiders, but
I think they might have called the foul there had she not traveled beforehand, left her pivot foot right before the foul was delivered.
Moynihan. For Saltis, working inside. And a whistle.
They're going to get Addie Barr for a reach in there on the drive. Foul will be on the ground, so there will be an inbound.
The Raiders inbound goes all the way to half court. Picked up there. Saltis can't come away with it. Out of bounds, or was it a kicked ball?
It'll just be out of bounds that time. I believe it was last touched by Addie Barr.
Saltis can't get it to go. Rebound also wouldn't go. Colin Garcia on that one as Downey hits it over to Raymond. she's fouled.
You know what would have been smarter? Is to go the other way. Just put the camera somewhere. Honestly. And then
Christine Raymond will shoot 2 shots, the junior. So many multi-sport athletes for both teams. Raymond herself is also a soccer and softball player. Her first shot misses.
And Raymond has showed improvement so far this year from her sophomore to her junior year. Last year here at the Pioneer Valley tip-off scored just 2 points, but had 8 rebounds in 13 minutes. And in their season opener, 16 points versus Granby.
Her second in and out, and another foul is called.
And a good job on the offensive glass by Simone Young, pulling in the rebound and on the way back up, earns herself a trip to the line.
Simone Young, a soccer player herself, the sophomore. Her first won't go. She scored 9 goals this year for the Eagles on the soccer pitch. Faginski checked in for the Eagles, and Jenkins checks in for the Raiders. So Young's second rattles off the rim and out. It's given away. Simone Young grabs it off the backboards. It goes. Rebound. Faginski fighting for it. Simone's got it again. She gets it to Downey inside. Raymond. Another foul.
And 3 fouls in the span of about 20 seconds has earned East Hampton 3 separate trips to the line. They've been 0 for 4 in the first 2 trips. See if they can finally get some free throws to go to stretch this lead out.
11-6, still the score in favor of the Eagles. Raymond's first shot goes. Her second. Can't fall. Young almost came away with the rebound, but it's out of bounds. Raiders ball.
And that's really been the difference so far in this game from East Hampton. They've been doing a great job on the offensive glass and forcing turnovers, but haven't been able to put much on the scoreboard. They've got 12 points, but a ton of left points at the free throw line.
Shane Moynihan for McClassowitz. A floater off the rim, no good. A rebound, Simone Young. And a foul.
And just a poor foul that time from Hampshire, fouling her about 80 feet away from the hoop after the rebound had secured possession. Started swiping in too early.
And that'll be 2 shots. Eagles in the bonus after numerous Raiders fouls.
thank you.
Young's first. Gets it to go.
And that being the 4th foul within the last 40 seconds for Hampshire. Gives East Hampton, puts East Hampton in the double bonus, and they'll be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way.
Young gets both to go. Moynihan back the other way, 3:12 to go as a shot by McClassowitz off the rim. Rebound, Raiders. Jenkins fighting in traffic, gets fouled. On the floor was the foul. Hampshire will rebound. Or inbound, excuse me.
Not sure I agree with the foul being on the ground there. Alice Jenkins doing a good job getting to the hoop. Seemed like she put the shot up in time, but I guess not.
Moynihan fielded the inbound pass. Killing some time here. 27 seconds on the shot clock. A 3-pointer. No good. Trying to get her own rebound there. Jump ball goes to the Raiders.
And a good recognition there by Kat Simmons, locating her own shot, fighting for the jump ball and earning possession back for the Raiders.
Her own 3-point shot, that is. Great effort there by Kat Simmons. She inbounds it to Jenkins. Jenkins, right side, in to the paint for Kat Simmons. She's rewarded for her hard work, gets 2.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Kat Simmons earns a possession back for their team and gets rewarded by the layup.
It's no big deal if I take it on.
Downey fighting to the right for Raymond, inside to the left off the front rim. Faginski, another rebound, puts it back in. 16-8 the score.
And Sophia Faginski dominating the offensive glass so far in this one, grabbing every missed shot, either earning her way to the free throw line or putting in the layup as you just saw.
Moynihan, top of the three-point line as she has been all game. Almost gave it away by Simmons. Moynihan cuts inside and gets it to go. Beautiful shot there by Shane Moynihan.
And Addie Barr trying to get in the passing lane there, trying to take a gamble. Shane Moynihan able to come away with it. Gets to the lane for the easy two.
Raymond looking for Young, but she will throw it out of bounds. Raiders ball.
Substitution for the Raiders.
Saltis will check in for Alyssa Colin Garcia. Moynihan bringing it up the court. Only a 6-point game here. It's felt like it's been all Eagles, but the Raiders have fought back towards the end of this half as Jenkins gets 2 points. Make it a 4-point game.
And after what was a slow start for the Raiders, scoring just 3 points in the first quarter, they've got 9 here in about 7 minutes to cut it down to a 4-point game.
Raymond's shot no good. Rebound all the way out to Downey. Downey working inside, gets it to Faginski. Her shot just barely no good. Jenkins the rebound. And a whistle.
And Faginski was fighting on the offensive glass that time, pulled away by Alice Jenkins as she got ripped to the ground.
Under a minute to go. Moynihan bringing it up the court.
All right, so for this,
Just threw it right inside, and it's taken over by Young. And an easy score for Downey.
yeah, you can follow the ball. You can start with following.
Moynihan to the left side, works in and almost got the 2 points. Rebound Young.
I'll let you know what's good.
Raymond working in the paint. She shoots, just barely can't get it to go.
I'm gonna go.
Out of bounds. Eagles ball.
Okay. It might be easier.
Yeah, good drive by Raymond there, taking it right to the chest of Kat Simmons, but just couldn't get it to go. Good job by Simmons holding her ground on the defensive end.
Kick ball, the call. Goes in the favor of the Raiders. 17 seconds to go.
An offensive kick ball seemed to be the call on Faginski there. Can't say I've ever seen something like that before, but never know with these refs.
Saltis deflected out of bounds by Addie Barr for another whistle under 10 seconds to go in the half. The inbound pass tipped away, but the Raiders almost come with it, but it's a go-ahead pass for Faginski. She gets it to go. A turnover turns into points for the Eagles to end the half. 20-12. The Eagles lead by 8 as we go into halftime. Any quick thoughts before halftime, Andrew?
Yeah, just a good job by Hampshire to fight their way back into the game there late in the second quarter. But a quick little 4-0 spurt for East Hampton gets it back up to an 8-point game. Definitely will be an uphill climb for the Raiders to get back in this game. Just 12 points in the first half.
All right, we'll be back. Take a quick break for halftime, and we're watching the PVTO tip-off at the Mullins Center.
Okay, you're not live right now? No. Why are you not? Why don't you ask Scott? Downloading? Nothing. Are you muted? Are you muted? Yeah. You can also mute him like this.
is open Tuesdays and Sundays. Come and learn about the history of basketball and all the players who have made their name on the nation's basketball hall of fame.
Obviously,
In
no
Charter
laptop.
Insurance offers auto, home, and business insurance coverage at the best
You're
price.
not keeping track of that yet? Okay, I didn't expect it. I'm gonna go talk to Seth. All right.
What's up, guys? My name's Mike. I'm one of the spokespeople for Hooplandia. We have Easy. And they're going to be issuing a layup, a free throw, and a quarter for a chance to win a shirt. Give it up. Give these one last time. Take it one last time. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, Chaser! Oh, that's a back! Who's taking it off? Chaser with the miss. Easy is short. Oh, Chaser, get back on that line, buddy. With a long two. Nice job, guys.
Where you going? Gear up for the hottest showdown of the summer. Hoopland is taking over Greater Springfield's Big E Fairgrounds from June 21st to June 23rd. No matter your skill level or age, there's a division just for you. Rally your squad, lace up those kicks, and let the basketball madness begin. Don't miss out on the action, slam, dunk, and celebrate the love of the game at Hooplandia. Visit hooplandia.com for all the slam dunk details. Unitex, the area's largest provider of healthcare and wellness services for hospitals, nursing homes, and medical practices. Family owned and in business for over 100 years, you can trust Unitex to provide hygienic, linens, and uniforms to your facility every day. We are proud to support the PVTO.
All right.
Experience the fresh and local foods at Hampton Farms in South Hampton. Hampton's Market is your one-stop shop for fresh produce, seafood, meats, fresh baked goods, daily cider donuts, and so much more. Good luck to all PVTO players.
Huh?
What's going on with this? We can't really see when
You can't. Oh, I see. That's valid.
if you're standing here.
Well, can you see if just the camera's there?
Kind of. Yeah. That's been fun.
Right. Well, I should. I hope this is gonna be the last time I get over it, but I gotta change the settings. I apologize. Yeah. Yeah, but I can do it. I can try to move it back. I think I'll restart it. fucked too much up? We haven't fucked too much up?
On mic right now.
Okay. What are they gonna do? Say yes, I did?
You've been good.
All right, cool.
One question.
What's that?
One question.
That's it? Oh. The over-under's at least 5.5 on those. Sweet.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Valley Tip-Off, presented by the Valley Blue Sox. The live broadcast is sponsored by the Blue Sox. The Blue Sox are a premier summer baseball team competing in the New England Collegiate Baseball League. With over 75 MLB draft picks, the Blue Sox have been one of the go-to spots for collegiate baseball players with eyes on the next level. Come out next summer to Mackenzie Stadium in Holyoke, Massachusetts to catch the Blue Sox live. Andrew, a couple moments before the start of the second half here, what have you seen so far?
What I'm seeing from East Hampton as they lead by 8 here to start the second half is suffocating defense with their 2-3, changing up their looks in their zone. Their 2-3 is giving Hampshire fits, turning the ball over, forcing a lot of turnovers, and their man-to-man defense switching up looks, throwing a lot of different things at Hampshire. And Hampshire, on their side, doing a good job of preventing points in the paint off of offensive rebounds.
We're underway for the second half as a quick shot by Raposa rattles around the rim and out. Rebound to Jenkins. 20-12 the score. A wayward pass out of bounds. Eagles ball.
Out of bounds, Eagles ball.
It's a fast-moving first half. Moving quickly into the second as a pass by McClastowitz was turned over. Moynihan inside for a layup by Colin Garcia. Cat Simmons, excuse me.
Good job in transition by Moynihan, finding the open Cat Simmons for the layup.
A shot off the rim, rebounded by the Raiders, and a foul.
And those are the type of fouls, John, if you're a coach, you hate it 90 feet away from the hoop with no real threat. You get that they're fighting for the rebound, but once you don't have it, you got to get back up the court and play some defense.
So we've seen numerous fouls from the Raiders. Now the Eagles starting to be undisciplined into the second half. Raiders have the ball now. Left side, McClastowitz into the paint. Turned it over. Coming back the other way, Kaylee Downey. Ball is hit away by Moynihan off the desk over there on the far side, out of bounds, Eagles ball.
Came for a little jump scare there. I don't think she was prepared for that to be a metal cage.
Inbound to Papadelis. Raposa to Downey, but we have a whistle.
They're going to get Moynihan there for swiping in there with a reaching foul, I guess. Seems like one of those unnecessary calls as the ball was passed cleanly with no trouble, and it didn't seem like the foul was even that much contact there.
Downey three-pointer, high arcing, it goes. What a shot by Kaylee Downey. 9-point lead for the Eagles. A three-pointer for the Raiders. Moynihan couldn't get it to go. Rebound by the Eagles. Raposa Inside to Faginski, all alone, gets the layup to go.
The Raiders have to do a better job in transition there, just letting Faginski open in the paint with nobody around her. This game's starting to get away from the Raiders a little bit.
All of a sudden, it's a 11-point lead for the Eagles as a travel by the Raiders won't help.
Klaus looking around, very confused. The coach looking for some answers from the ref, but the ref doesn't seem to be giving him any.
The refs did ask us during halftime if they have blown any calls. And well, they've been pretty good so far. Perhaps a little bit of a rough start to the second half here, but no harm, no foul. We play on. Faginski inside, harassed by two. Raiders can't get the layup to go. Offensive rebound. Downey's three-pointer. Another offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound. The Eagles fighting for it. Downey, three-pointer. Goes! Another three for number 3.
Kaylee Downey, a quick 6 points to start the half off of 2 3-pointers. A lot of offensive rebounds setting up these looks for East Hampton as they pull away to a 14-point lead.
Mid-range shot from the Raiders wouldn't go, and another whistle.
And neither team so far, it seems like, has been able to secure many defensive rebounds, as both teams have been going up for the offensive rebounds and getting fouled on the way down with them.
Saltis checked in for Jenkins. Moynihan gets the inbound off the front of the rim. Faginski, hard-fought defensive rebound, almost turns it over. Hard press there by the Raiders. Downey with the great speed getting inside. She's fouled.
And a good pass on the other end by Kat Simmons into Moynihan. Just couldn't finish the layup. And on the other end, good attack by Downey to draw the foul. She's having herself a pretty good half here so far with 6 points early in the half.
Kaylee Downey will inbound it. Looking inside to Faginski. It's tipped over to Raposa. She gets the 2.
And to the benefit of East Hampton, looking for Faginski inside, just hits Raposa with the tip ball for the easy shot.
A 3-pointer by Henrichsen wouldn't go. Raiders ball as it went out of bounds. Kat Simmons to inbound to Moynihan, gets it on the far side, cutting into the right. Her pass is tipped out of bounds once again. 17 seconds remaining on the shot clock, 4:26 to go in the third quarter. John Ruggiero alongside Andrew Samaha. 30-14 the score in favor of the Eagles. Moynihan, 3-pointer off the backboard and out. And a foul, as I believe Faginski was fighting for that rebound.
And here early on in the half, it's clear that Hampshire's trying to get the ball to Moynihan for some shots. She's just not been able to knock him down, struggling here in the third quarter.
Saltis to the left side. McClasswitz working in. It'll stay Raiders ball.
Good block there by Raymond on the drive by number 15, Henrich on for Hampshire.
Saltis shot wouldn't go, out of bounds. Eagles finally are able to come back the other way after some long sustained Raiders attack, but it's Kaylee Downey to the left side, Raposa. Raposa mid-range jumper would not go. Rebound, Papadelis also wouldn't go. Henrichsen fighting for the rebound, gets it over to Moynihan. Moynihan slowing it down at half court. She's pressured by Raymond, trying to get the steal, and Raymond will be called for the foul.
40 feet away from the hoop, Christina Raymond just caught reaching in there unnecessarily.
They'll allow the subs.
As the refs are checking to the scores table how many fouls that half this is. They want to know if it's 1-1 territory yet, but not quite.
Colin Garcia checked in for the Raiders. Moynihan for Henrichsen. Looking back to Saltis inside. Loose ball picked up by Figinski ahead to Downey. Downey rushing in to the right. And one! Downey, a terrific half so far.
Downey with 8 points so far here in the half. As East Hampton's starting to pull away, they're on a 12-2 run. Mostly in part to Downey's 8 points here to start this half.
Downey looking for 9. Gets it to go. Both teams make subs. Raiders trying to respond after an incredible half, or start to the half, by Kaylee Downey. Shane Moynihan, she scored 24 in her last game, trying to help her Raiders respond. A turnover to Figinski. Gets the loose ball, ahead to Downey, looking for some more. She gets it. 11 points in the half. Timeout Raiders. Great fast-paced play to start this third quarter. Andrew, what do the Raiders have to do to really respond? Of course, it's now a double-digit lead, but what can they do to not allow this game to get away from them anymore?
Yeah, on offense, they have to limit their turnovers, be careful with their passes, make the smart pass, make the right pass, and it's as simple as just start making some shots. They've gotten some clean looks that they just haven't been able to knock down, but if you want to chip away, you got to start making those shots. Now, on the defensive end, you got to put an end to Kaylee Downey. Last year in this tournament, she scored 9 points, and she played every minute of the game. She played 32 minutes, scored 9 points. And here in this third quarter has played just 5 minutes and has already beaten that total in this quarter alone with 11 points.
Downey's been great so far. She also plays volleyball and softball. She had a hitting average of .350 for the Eagles softball team. So another multi-sport athlete making an impact for the East Hampton Eagles. Moynihan bringing it up the court for the Raiders, trying to respond. Morrow checked into the game. Moynihan far side working on Figinski. Mid-range shot won't go. Rebound. Raposa.
Another good look there by Moynihan. Just wasn't able to knock it down.
Figinski and one. The seniors for the Eagles working together to extend this lead. Figinski completes the end one.
And they extend their run here in the second half to 18-2. Really doing a great job of pulling away here in the third quarter and trying to seal this game.
Moynihan. Her pass tipped and held by Saltis, but it's called as a jump ball. Will stay here for the Raiders.
And just not a great pass by Moynihan there. You've been turning the ball over a lot on offense as a team. You can't be looking to make risky passes like that into the paint.
Also, I gotta fix the
Simmons inbounds it. Saltis diving for the loose ball. Good play there. Gets it inside to Jenkins. Her shot won't go, but she'll shoot two.
Good effort there by Saltis to get the loose ball and find the open Jenkins, who gets 2 shots.
idea is to get someone, if the stats continue to come out, to get like a
Jenkins' first shot. Gets it to go. The second shot for the senior. It is gold. Eagles inbound. Downey slowing down the pace. Over to the left. Young for Downey. Outside to Dorman, and a shot by Downey off the rim. No good. And Jenkins stepped out of bounds.
And they had a good defensive possession there, forced up a pretty poor shot by Downey, a bit of a heat check for her after this electric quarter she's had. Just can't afford to have turnovers like that one.
Downey's quick inbound. Raiders called for a foul. Raposa will shoot 2 shots. Can't get the first to go. 1:57 to go in the game. Her second shot, no good. Rattles off the rim.
And even though it's a 22-point game, John, it seems like free throws are the difference between this being a 22-point game and about a 35-point game.
Yes, the free throws have been a struggle for the Eagles as the Raiders turn it over once again. Inbound to Raposa, gets it to Downey. Downey into the paint. Faginski's shot. Could have been a foul there, but the Raiders coming back the other way inside for a layup, no good by McClasowitz.
Good look by Simmons there into the paint. She's been doing a good job here in the second and third quarter of making the right pass. In the first quarter was struggling, turning the ball over a bit, but doing a good job, the freshman.
Moynihan. 1:20 to go in the first PVTO game of the 2023 tournament. Jenkins' shot, no good. Plenty of Eagles there fighting for the ball. Jump ball will go to East Hampton. Simone Young taking it up the court. She'll get it to Raposa. Raposa for Dorman, back to Raposa. Down low for Young. She traveled.
Yeah, on her drive to the hoop there, just moved her pivot foot a bit too early there before establishing herself. Gets caught.
Shane Moynihan taking up the court for one of the final times. McClasowitz, no good, but Jenkins gets the rebound to go.
A good job by Jenkins using her size on the rebound to get the layup.
Moynihan steps up, gets the steal, and gets the 2 points. Raiders ending on a high note. Piper Collins into the game for the Eagles. Inside Faginski, no good. Gets her own rebound out to Young. 12 seconds to go. Young is fouled. Julianne Morrow picked up that foul. Simone Young with a chance to extend the lead to 20. In the final moments of this game. First shot, no good. Seen a great first game here, Andrew. Both teams fighting, scratching, clawing for any offense they could get, and it was close for a while, but the Eagles really pulled away as the Raiders are coming back up for a layup that won't go. Rebound to Morrow. She's fouled. They're not done yet. Morrow will shoot 2. Oh. Morrow's first shot, no good.
Go back to what you had. Zoom in a little bit more.
It's the final moments of the third quarter. Apologize as we still have 8 minutes to play, so I think the timeout kind of threw me off that was taken in the middle of the quarter. It was such fast moving, but we're through 3 quarters, And we'll take a quick break before the fourth. You're watching PVTO on YouTube.
At this year's PVTO, we are proud to be supporting MSP Team Unity, a remarkable initiative that aims to foster trust and respect between Western Mass communities and local law enforcement. You can help support this amazing cause by visiting the philanthropy table in the front entrance of the golf course. Take a chance to win remarkable prizes such as a signed team Celtics ball, New York Red Bulls tickets, autographed NBA and MLB photographs, and over a dozen more prizes. 100% of the proceeds will be donated to Team Unity. Thank you.
Once it was show up on the
East Hampton fans, we've got the beat. Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Now go. East Hampton, go. East Hampton, East Hampton fans, let's hear it again. Eagles win. Eagles win. Go. East Hampton, Eagles win.
Red ball.
Welcome back to this broadcast of the PVTO. We have a quick scoring update as the Raiders inbound the ball.
Yeah, Kaylee Downey so far has been the dominant force for East Hampton. 11 points in the third quarter, 18 overall. Sophia Faginski chipping in with 11 points of her own. And for Hampshire, Shane Moynihan and Alice Jenkins with 7 points apiece to lead the way for them.
Raiders will shoot 2 shots after Saltis got the rebound. Destiny Saltis, the junior, 6 points in her last PVTO tournament. She gets the first free throw to fall. Raiders trying to cut into this lead. She gets the second to go as well. Free throws have been a struggle all day, but not for Destiny Saltis.
Hampshire doing their best to chip away at this lead, an 8-2 run over the last few minutes here, dating back to the third quarter.
Faginski from Downey, no, wouldn't go there. Faginski fighting for the rebound, and the Raiders will take possession.
They're going to give Faginski a foul for going at the legs of Moynihan there, trying to fight for the loose ball. Almost tabletopped her as she came tumbling down.
Moynihan bringing it up the court as she has all day. Saltis gets the layup to go. Destiny Saltis, 4 points in the last 2 drives for the Raiders. A shot by Raposa would not go.
Hampshire feeling some momentum, pushing up the court. Their bench trying to hype them up.
A rebound by Colin Garcia. All of a sudden, we have a 12-point game in our hands, Andrew.
Yeah, Hampshire's chipping away, fighting back. Doing a great job on the defensive end, securing the rebound, and they're pushing the tempo the other way, getting shots in the paint. They're currently on a 12-2 run, going back to about the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Doing a good job trying to make this game an interesting one, fighting and clawing.
This one is not over yet by any means. East Hampton perhaps letting off the gas after an incredible start of the third quarter push, but Hampshire has had their own push to start the fourth quarter. So we have a game on our hands in Amherst.
Hampshire's starting to get comfortable with their own game now, starting to figure out the defense of East Hampton, figuring out how they can get shots in the paint. And they've been doing it all game. They've been getting in the paint, getting the looks, but just haven't been able to get them to go. And so far here in the fourth quarter, the shots are starting to fall.
The Eagles will bring it up the court. 6:40 to go in the final frame. Downey Gets the loose ball, cuts into the left. Raymond to Downey, three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to McClasowitz, pushing the pace up the right side. Raymond fighting for the loose ball. Out of bounds, coming back the other way for East Hampton.
And a big forced turnover there by East Hampton. Hampshire had a chance to cut it to 10, maybe even single digits. A good job by Christine Raymond to track her down for a steal.
Almost a steal for the Raiders, but Downey jumps on the loose ball at half court, works inside, can't do anything with that chance, and Moynihan coming back up the court. Shane Moynihan to the left, turned it over. Raposa, layup, no good. Rebound, also no good, but it was a foul. Papadelis will shoot 2 at the line.
Good job by Papadelis there to follow Raposa down the court to grab the offensive glass.
Reese Papadelis, the junior. Her second PVTO tournament, misses the first. 3 subs here for Hampshire. Jenkins checking back in, so is Alex Hencheron and Kat Simmons. Second shot for Papadelis, also no good. Free throws have been an issue for the Eagles. Hampshire looking to capitalize.
Hampshire's running out of time to chip away in this one. Just under 6 minutes left to play, still down by double digits.
A turnover. Coming back the other way, Papadelis to Downey. Her shot, no good. Moynihan with the rebound.
Kat Simmons doing a good job on the 2-on-1, holding her ground. That's something you practice all the time is 2-on-1s, and she did a great job that time.
Moynihan three-pointer, no good. Rebound to Jenkins. Jump ball. Going back the other way for the Eagles. Downey with some speed up the left side. Try to get it to Faginski in the paint, but threw it out of bounds.
And although Hampshire's been turning the ball over a lot lately here in the fourth quarter, East Hampton not able to capitalize on the other end, turning it over right back.
Moynihan for Simmons and to Hencheron at the top of the key. McClasowitz to Alex Hencheron, mid-range jumper off the back rim. Rebound, Jenkins gets it to go. 10-point game. Hold the phone.
Alice Jenkins doing a great job on the offensive glass today, fighting for Hampshire to get second chance buckets.
Raymond shot, gets it to go. What a response for Christine Raymond.
Raymond, their leading scorer in their season opener, has been a bit quiet here in the second half. Finally gets one to go.
Papadelis working inside, gets it out to Moynihan for a shot, no good. Raymond has it up the near side. Moynihan with some pressure, but it's Raposa working in, trying to get it to Faginski, but there's a whistle.
Hampshire's trying to jump all over the passing lanes here. Pressing, trying to get any steal they can, trying to pick up any momentum here with only 4 minutes left to go.
Timeout, we'll take 1-2, 4:07 to go in the fourth period. Hampshire trying to mount a comeback in the PVTO tournament. back here at the Mullins Center, the Pioneer Valley tip-off. Back underway 4 minutes to go in the fourth. A travel by Addie Barr for the Eagles. Another turnover. The Raiders bringing it up the court. 12-point game. John Ruggiero alongside Andrew Samaha. First ever PVTO broadcast. Happy to be along for the ride. Henchron three-pointer wouldn't go. Rebound by the Raiders. Hit up high, and the jump ball is called in favor of the Raiders.
And I think McLeod's that time. Good job on the offensive glass, but she found herself too far under the basket. Tough angle to try and get the layup to go. Just shot it straight up into the air.
Simone Young checks in for the senior Sophia Faginski as the Raiders inbound the ball. Another three-point shot wouldn't go. Downey has the rebound, wasting some time. 3:30 to go in the game. Downey to the left side. Raymond working in a mid-range jumper off the backboard. No good. A rebound. Raposa is fouled.
If Hampshire wants any hope for a comeback here, they have to secure rebounds and get running the other way. Can't afford to lose more time off the clock.
Foul was on the floor, so no shots coming for the Eagles, and a turnover. McClasowitz jumping up for the pass. She rushes up, stripped of the ball, but it'll stay Raider ball.
Great one-on-one defense that time from East Hampton's Addie Barr, swiping it away on the fast break.
Moynihan's three-pointer would not go, but a turnover. McClasowitz from Moynihan inside, the layup is good. 10-point game, 3 minutes to go. Full court press for Hampshire. A breakaway by Raymond, her jumper off the backboards. The layup is good.
McLeod's that time on the press, tried to jump in the passing lanes a little too late, causing the easy fast break layup.
Three-pointer for Hampshire would not go. We have a timeout here with 2:39 to go in the game. It's been a great first game that we've seen so far. Thought Hampshire might have been down and out, but they've battled back in the fourth quarter, perhaps just barely running out of time for the Raiders. There's one thing to highlight, Andrew, for the Raiders. What would it be?
It's just the lack of time left in the game. That third quarter, it was a poor start to the third quarter that they really let get away from them. Kaylee Downey took over and grabbing offensive rebounds and limiting your turnovers there in that third quarter. There have been a lot of turnovers so far in this game, John. But that third quarter, it seemed like almost every possession they were giving it away and allowed for the lead to build to 22, 24 points. And at that point, you've now given yourself a running clock to try and catch up in the game. And they've battled, but it might not be enough here with just 2:40 left to go.
The Eagles sure have shown up in this one. They won their last matchup against Hampshire in the PVTO. That score was 49-44 last December. But Hampshire has won 4 out of the last 5 matchups as the Eagles can't do anything with that one. Offensive foul.
And poor discipline there by Addie Barr of East Hampton. You've got 35 seconds on the shot clock. You're up by 12. Best thing to do there is waste a little bit of time, but she ran up the court and ran herself into an offensive foul.
Moynihan to the right side. McClasowitz back to Moynihan, back to McClasowitz. Three-pointer off the rim, fighting for the rebound. Can't keep it in bounds was Mary DeBow. Eagles ball. Jenkins subs out for the Raiders. Inbound to Raymond, up the near side for Raposa. Working into the paint, jump ball in favor of the Eagles. 2:13 to go. Eagles 12-point lead. Three-pointer, no good. Moynihan coming up the other way. A go-ahead pass to McClasowitz. The pass had too much oomph on it. Out of bounds, Eagles.
And if you're McLeod, you have to come down with that ball. You're getting stops out of your defense and just struggling to get points on the other end. That time it was a freebie in the paint. You just couldn't hold on to it.
Hampshire full court press, another out of bounds. Eagles inbounding once again. Downey. It's in for Addie Barr. Raymond to Young in the paint. Rebound for Destiny Saltis. Moynihan pushing the pace to the left side. McClasowitz three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Raposa to Downey. Kaylee Downey killing some time, 1:30 to go. Inside, back out to Young. Another whistle.
What you could do, hypothetically, is just whoever's doing this in control.
And any sort of comeback here from Hampshire feels like it might be too late here. They've gotten it out of their defense, given themselves chances on the offensive end, just can't convert on the threes that they've been taking.
The turnover by the Eagles. It is a 12-point game, but there's still 1:22 to go. Moynihan. Right side, McClasowitz back to Moynihan, inside and out to Henrichsen. Shot off the back side of the rim. Saltis shot, no good. Another rebound and another rebound. Saltis is eventually fouled. So many offensive rebounds.
And while they weren't able to get many shots to go there, I think that was Hampshire's best offensive possession of the game. Everybody was getting a touch, swinging it around, making the zone work. And doing a good job on the offensive glass to keep giving themselves opportunities.
Saltis cannot convert the first shot. Their second, also no good. Rebound by Simone Young. Full court press for the Raiders. Addie Barr to Kaylee Downey. Under 1 minute to go in the first ever broadcast of the Pioneer Valley Tournament. This first game has been a good one, as we have another whistle.
They're going to get Hampshire with a reach-in foul that time.
Yeah, for starting lineup, you're going to have to make
Eagles will inbound the ball. Simone Young for Addie Barr. Back to Young, killing some time. Raiders not giving up yet. Moynihan fighting for the loose ball. It's on the floor, and it'll be Raiders ball. Moynihan with 30 seconds to go. Right side, back to Moynihan. Shot, and it's in. 9-point game. Big shot for Moynihan. Full court press. A turnover. Labrie for the Raiders has it. Ball is on the floor. Under 10 seconds to go. Moynihan inside to Morrow, off her fingertips, out of bounds. And just barely when the Raiders thought they had a glimmer of hope, or turnover will most likely end this one. Raymond has the inbound, and that will do it. East Hampton with their second win of the year. 42-33 the final in Amherst. An incredible first game, a good start to this PVTO tournament. Any final thoughts for this one, Andrew?
Yeah, it was just a great performance by East Hampton from start to finish. The fourth quarter, their offense started to stall a little bit. Hampshire did a great job trying to claw their way back through their defense. Just couldn't get it going with their offense towards the end. Overall, a really good game and a great game played by Kaylee Downey, finishing with 18 points. And Shane Moynihan was fighting for Hampshire to try and get them back in the game, but they fall just short. A great game.
Certainly a great game to start the tournament here, but it's not over yet. Upcoming next is East Hampton versus Hampshire boys, so a rivalry developing between these two schools at 5 o'clock. Me and Andrew will have that call for you, so we'll see you then. East Hampton wins the game 42-33.